Hey everyone, welcome back. If this is your first time here, my name is Trisha and in today's video we're taking part in the Ugly Duckling challenge. And I have challenged myself to take this discarded shipping box and turn it into a piece of designer looking outdoor furniture. And if you're wondering how this ended up in my yard, then just keep watching. I'll tell you all about it. This challenge is hosted by the beautiful and talented Corey over at Desert DIY. We've all been challenged to do a makeover on a super ugly secondhand find. Make sure you check her out after watching this video along with all the other participants. Let's get started. My husband works in aviation and these are the boxes they would receive the aircraft parts in. And for some reason he thought it would be a good idea to bring one of these at home. And honestly, I had an idea for it right away, but I had so many other projects going on, it sat outside for about 7 or 8 months. He wore a blue raincoat and that didn't stop tenants from moving in. Once I heard about this challenge, I knew I had to do something with this box. There was nothing else in my inventory quite as disgusting, useless, and ugly. With the help of my two favorite guys, we picked up a sheet of plywood and a couple of supplies before tackling this challenge. Our first plan of action was demo. We're removing the facing from all four sides along with the existing lid and the difficult task of those well attached pieces on the inside. This was a super hot day and I'm sure after this he must have regretted bringing this box home. We then moved on to cutting new pieces for each of the four sides and the top lid. Before moving any further with this project, I did some extermination and left it to bake in the Florida sun for a couple of days. Then I cleaned it up with a bleach solution followed by another couple of days in the sun to completely dry out. And I know what you're thinking. Why would anyone want to save this? Well, apart from saving it from ending up in one of our landfills, this is a really well-constructed box. All those pieces put together was as sturdy as can be. And you really should watch this video all the way through to see how this turns out. I'll be turning this into an outdoor storage box / coffee table / bench. Yes, all of those things. And it will definitely help with storing things like outdoor pillows and pool toys. So for me, the inside doesn't need to be perfect. But I did try to get off as much of that leftover glue and styrofoam. Then I went ahead and attached those new panels to the sides. Once we have those new side panels in place, we can now get accurate measurements for the top. That smaller piece is going to be stationary and finished in a type of cement coating like the rest of the box. But before I attach it, I'm going to try to make the inside look a little better than it does now.
Trust in you. We will trust, we will see you move. We will trust in you. Oh, we will trust, we will see you move. For the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan, and for the good of those you called according to your purpose, for the good of those you called according to your plan. Well, you are working for the good. You are working for the good.
Now we can install the piece on the top. We're adding a piece of 2x4 to give it some stability and have something to attach the hinges to. Now for the fun part. He's finally ready to get all dressed up. I'm using this Henry feather finish on the entire box except for the lid. I've used this before on a previous project, so I have a good idea of what worked and didn't work for me the last time. For one, using this drill mixing attachment made it easier and gave it a smoother consistency. And having a bucket of water to drop in that attachment is important, so it doesn't harden up on it while you're applying the mixture. This mixture dries fast, so mix in small batches, wear a mask, and use gloves. Right before I got started, I remembered I had some left from that previous project, so I'm gonna grab that and get started. For me, the recipe that worked perfectly was 1 cup of water to 1.5 cups of powder. This is how much I was able to cover with that first batch. It's the perfect consistency and gave the right amount of working time before it started to dry up. And you guys know I'm always battling with the weather here, but today that rain worked in my favor. It kept the temperature down so it wasn't too hot. I mixed a total of 4 batches to cover it all, and this is how it looked the next day. I then sanded with a 220 grit just to remove any fine bits from the surface and went ahead with another coat. Before I do a finished sanding, we wanted to install the hinges just to make sure there weren't any changes needed. And a good thing, we had to install this additional piece of wood to give it stability, and I noticed that once I finished the top of the lid, that stationary piece wasn't going to be flush. So I built it up with whatever wood pieces I had on hand and cemented it. We are coming in for a landing here, folks. It's time to get the lid all dressed up. After shopping around for the best options for wood, I decided on using these Ikea patio tiles. I originally planned on buying cedar and cutting it up, but this made sense, not only cost-wise, but they are made to interlock and all I would have to do is cut what I needed to make it fit. I spray painted the board black and used some industrial strength adhesive to put them on. I really hope you guys enjoyed watching this discarded shipping box get a new life. I want you to know that even though sometimes you may feel like the shipping box, I know I have, God always has a plan and there is purpose for you. I created this channel to not just share my projects, but to inspire you to look around and always see the potential. Thanks again to Corey at Desert DIY for hosting this challenge, and I'll see you all next Friday for another exciting makeover. Enjoy the reveal. Bye!